Hey there, fellow drivers. Let's talk about something both fascinating and a little creepy: telematics. It's basically Big Brother in your car, but instead of a totalitarian government, it's your insurance company. And instead of watching you shower, we hope it's monitoring how you drive. Telematics involves putting a little device in your car, often plugged right into that mysterious port under your steering wheel. It's like a little black box. But instead of recording your final words before a crash, it's tracking every turn, every speed bump, every late-night taco run. So why would anyone willingly invite this level of surveillance into their vehicle? Well, because it can save you money on car insurance, but is a discount worth sacrificing your privacy? Buckle up, because that's what we're about to find out. Okay, so how does this whole telematics thing actually work? It's surprisingly simple. Imagine having a tiny, intelligent co-pilot in your car, constantly monitoring your driving habits. Remember that little device we talked about? It's more than just a gadget. It's a game changer for how we understand driving. It's basically a mini computer with GPS and sensors. These components work together to gather a wealth of information about your driving patterns. It knows how fast you're going, how hard you brake, and even if you're prone to sudden lane changes after a particularly frustrating day. Every acceleration, every turn, every stop is recorded. All this juicy data is then beamed up to the mothership, aka your insurance company, through cellular data networks. It's like having a direct line from your car to the insurer's database. They take this raw data and use fancy algorithms to create a driving profile just for you. These profiles are incredibly detailed, offering insights into your driving behavior that you might not even be aware of. Think of it like a report card. But instead of grades for math and history, you get scores for acceleration, braking, and cornering. Each metric is carefully analyzed to give you a comprehensive overview of your driving skills. And yes, just like in school, good grades can lead to rewards. In this case, lower insurance premiums. Imagine the satisfaction of seeing your insurance costs drop because of your excellent driving. But bad grades? Well, let's just say you might not like the consequences. Higher premiums and perhaps even a stern talking to from your insurance agent could be in your future. So drive safe and keep that telematics device happy. Now let's get to the good part, the discounts. Who doesn't love saving money, right? Telematics programs often dangle the promise of lower premiums for good drivers. Drive like a grandma on her way to church and you could see those monthly payments plummet. Insurance companies argue that this is fairer than traditional pricing models, which often rely on broad demographic data. They say telematics allows them to assess risk more accurately, rewarding safe drivers and, well, let's just say encouraging the not-so-safe ones to improve. But here's the catch: you're essentially agreeing to constant surveillance in exchange for those savings. Is it really a good driver discount if you have to give up your privacy to get it? That's the million-dollar question, folks. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what data these telematics devices are actually collecting. We're talking speed, braking, acceleration, time of day, and even location. Some programs might even track how sharply you turn or if you frequently exceed the speed limit. Now, insurance companies claim they use this data solely to assess driving habits and calculate premiums. But that hasn't stopped some folks from worrying about the potential for misuse. Could this data be used to deny claims? Could it be sold to third-party companies for targeted advertising? These are legitimate concerns, and frankly, the insurance industry hasn't exactly been a shining beacon of transparency. So, while they might say they're only interested in your driving, it's hard not to wonder if they're also eyeing your data for other purposes. Okay, so your driving data is being beamed up to insurance company servers. But what happens to it then? How secure is it? These are important questions, especially considering the sensitive nature of location data. Insurance companies are quick to assure us that they have robust security measures in place. They use encryption, firewalls, and other fancy cybersecurity tools to protect your data from unauthorized access. But as we all know, no system is foolproof. Data breaches are becoming increasingly common, and even the most secure companies can fall victim to hackers. So while insurance companies might have good intentions, there's always a risk that your driving data could end up in the wrong hands, and that's not exactly a comforting thought. Now, let's talk about the legal side of things. It's an area that can often seem daunting and complex, but it's crucial to understand because, believe it or not, there are actually laws and regulations surrounding telematics and data privacy. These laws are designed to protect you, the consumer, and ensure that your personal information is handled responsibly. The specifics vary depending on where you live, but generally insurance companies are required to be transparent about what data they collect, how they use it, and with whom they share it. This transparency is meant to give you peace of mind and control over your personal information. You also have the right to access your data, correct any inaccuracies, and even request that it be deleted. This means you can take charge of your information and ensure it is accurate and up to date. However, navigating these legal frameworks can be tricky. The language used in these documents is often complex and filled with legal jargon that can be difficult to understand. They're often complex and filled with legal jargon that would make even a lawyer's head spin. This complexity can make it challenging to fully grasp your rights and responsibilities. So while you technically have rights, enforcing them can feel like an uphill battle. The process can be time-consuming and frustrating, especially if you're not familiar with legal terminology. The best defense is to be informed, read the fine print, and understand exactly what you're agreeing to before you plug that telematics device into your car. Taking the time to educate yourself can save you a lot of trouble down the road and ensure that your rights are protected. Consider attending workshops or seminars on data privacy and telematics. These can provide valuable insights and help you stay up to date with the latest legal requirements and best practices. And if you're ever in doubt, don't hesitate to consult with a legal professional. They can offer guidance and help you navigate the complexities of the legal landscape, ensuring that you make informed decisions. All right, let's take a step back and weigh the pros and cons of telematics. On the plus side, you have the potential for significant savings on car insurance. If you're a safe and responsible driver, you could see your premiums drop significantly. Plus, some programs offer perks like roadside assistance or stolen vehicle tracking. On the downside, you're giving up a significant amount of privacy. Your every move behind the wheel is being tracked and analyzed. And while insurance companies promise to use this data responsibly, there's always a risk of misuse or data breaches. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to use telematics is a personal one. There's no right or wrong answer. It all comes down to how much you value privacy versus how much you value potential savings and other benefits. So, you've decided to take the telematics plunge? Well, good for you, or maybe not. Telematics can be a game changer, offering a wealth of data that can improve your driving habits and potentially save you money on insurance. But like any technology, it comes with its own set of challenges and considerations. Look, it's your choice and we're not here to judge. Whether you're excited about the potential benefits or wary of the privacy implications, it's important to make an informed decision. But before you do, here are a few tips to help you protect your privacy and make the most out of your telematics experience. First and foremost, understand what you're getting into. 1. Read the fine print. This might seem tedious, but it's crucial. The terms and conditions often contain important information about how your data will be used. Don't just blindly agree to the terms and conditions. Take the time to read through them, even if it feels like a chore. You might be surprised by what you find. Read everything carefully and make sure you understand what data is being collected, how it's being used, and with whom it's being shared. 2. Ask questions. If something isn't clear, don't hesitate to seek clarification. Don't be afraid to ask your insurance company about their privacy policies and security measures. It's your right to know how your data is being handled. A reputable company should be transparent and willing to address your concerns. If they aren't, that might be a red flag. 3. Review your data regularly. Most telematics programs allow you to access and review your driving data. This can be a valuable tool for improving your driving habits and ensuring the data being collected is accurate. Take advantage of this and make sure the information being collected is accurate. If you notice any discrepancies, report them immediately. 4. Opt out of features that make you uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable with the level of tracking, most programs allow you to opt out of certain features like location tracking. This can give you more control over your privacy. You might not get as big of a discount, but hey, at least you're not giving away your every move. Remember, knowledge is power. The more informed you are, the better decisions you can make. The more you know about telematics and data privacy, the better equipped you'll be to protect yourself. Stay informed, stay cautious, and make the most out of the telematics age.